CM Punk booed on WWE Night of Champions kickoff show. Apologizes to Saudi fans after years of thinking it would never happen. CM Punk is officially in Saudi Arabia. The straight-edge superstar will challenge John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship at Night of Champion on June 28th. With Cena playing up to the fact that Punk publicly blasted WWE's deal with the Saudi government in past. Clearly the fans in the Riyadh did not forget some of the things that Punk has said about their country, and made him well aware of this when he was booed at the Night of Champions kickoff event. One fan in particular caught Punk's attention, as he was visibly angry with the fan, whose name was Mohammed, demanding Punk apologize for his now infamous tweet directed at Saudi Arabia. And The Miz back in 2020, this guy wants me to apologize to him for a mean tweet I wrote 6 years ago. Hey listen, it legitimately had nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. I woke up and was crabby and wrote a mean tweet to The Miz. I apologized to The Miz. I sincerely apologize to you and all of Saudi Arabia. This resulted in a huge reaction from the fans in attendance, with Punk even thanking the crowd for inviting him to their country. I am not perfect by any means. Sometimes as human beings we screw up. The beautiful thing, everything is a lesson learned. Now here I am and you have invited me to your country and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you very much. Many people assumed that when Punk was unable to wrestle at the Crown Jewel event in November 2024, it was down to his opinions on Saudi Arabia as a country. But it was actually to do with the fact that he needed time away from WWE to film a movie he had already agreed to be a part of. CM Punk is sad his feud with John Cena is ending. Punk and Michael Cole then discussed Punk's record against Cena in WWE, and knowing that June 28th will likely be the final night they will ever wrestle each other, I, too, am a little bit sad because tomorrow night, arguably the greatest rival I've ever had in my professional career, somebody that I call my wrestling soulmate, this chapter comes to an end tomorrow. I really don't know what to say. On television I have beaten John 6 times, he has beaten me 6 times. This is the first time I will wrestle in Saudi Arabia. That is a big deal. And I understand that it is also a big deal that it is the last time John Cena will wrestle in Saudi Arabia, and I hear you, Saudi Arabia. Some people cheer for me, some people boo John Cena, some people cheer. I understand. We both don't care as long as you are as passionate as you are right now. As long as you are as loud as you are right now. What you give to me I give back to you tenfold. That is a promise. The last time Punk and Cena wrestled each other in a singles match was way back in February 2013, on an episode of WWE Raw, where the winner, which ended up being Cena, would challenge The Rock for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 29. However, a lot of things have changed since that February night, and with Cena now working as a heel and Punk a mostly beloved babyface, Night of Champions will be a match that is vastly different to their encounters from the past. Please credit the original source when using quotes from this article, and give a HT to Wrestling Inc. for the transcription. CM Punk booed in Saudi Arabia. Apology shocks WWE Universe at Night of Champions. We fans were not expecting this. The straight-edge superstar himself, CM Punk, walked into Saudi Arabia expecting cheers, chants, and the typical hero's welcome, but instead, the crowd turned on him, loud boos, frustrated chants. Even a few heckles could be heard during the Night of Champions kickoff show. This wasn't just a moment. This was a public rejection that CM Punk didn't see coming. And what happened next? It shook the entire WWE universe. Let's unpack everything: what led to the boos, how CM Punk reacted, what the fans were angry about, and the unexpected apology that left social media exploding. The shocking Saudi crowd reaction. It all went down during the kickoff show panel. CM Punk made his entrance, joining the pre-show crew as one of WWE's top analysts. He walked out looking confident, dressed sharp, flashing that trademark smirk. But just as he grabbed the mic, boom, the crowd erupted, and not in a good way. Fans in the front rows were visibly booing. Sections began chanting, "We want Roman," and even "Go back home." It was surreal. This is CM Punk, a multi-time world champion, the voice of the voiceless, and arguably one of the most polarizing but respected wrestlers of the modern era. But in Saudi Arabia, on this night, the crowd was not feeling the love. This wasn't a few haters, this was a stadium-wide cold shoulder. Why were they booing? So what exactly triggered the backlash? Why was CM Punk getting heat in a country that normally adores WWE superstars? A few major theories are floating around, and they make sense. First, let's not forget the controversial promo Punk cut just weeks before this event. In a backstage segment on Raw, Punk took a subtle dig at Roman Reigns, calling him a protected champion hiding behind a bloodline. That comment did not sit well with international fans, especially in regions where Roman is massively popular, and that includes Saudi Arabia. Secondly, Punk's backstage reputation might be catching up to him. Reports of tension with other superstars, including top names like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, have surfaced again. Many believe fans are starting to see him less as a rebel and more as a disruption. In short, some think he's lost his edge and turned into a bitter veteran who's overstaying his welcome. Third, there's always the loyalty factor. Punk was away from WWE for nearly a decade, jumping to AEW and throwing jabs at the company. Even though he returned to a massive pop last year, some fans haven't forgotten, and they made their feelings loud and clear in Saudi Arabia. CM Punk's reaction caught on camera. Credit where it's due. CM Punk didn't lose his cool. In fact, what he did surprised everyone. Instead of firing back or walking off, Punk smiled. Then he stepped closer to the camera and calmly said, "Greater than if you're mad at me, I get it. I've said things I probably shouldn't have. I've made mistakes, but I'm here because I love this, and I love all of you, even if you boo me." The crowd didn't soften immediately, but they did quiet down. The boos didn't vanish, but the tension was clearly diffused. Punk's tone wasn't arrogant, it was apologetic, humble even. A rare side of him that fans almost never get to see. He finished by saying, "Greater than Saudi Arabia. I didn't come here to disrespect you, I came here to show you I still care. I'm sorry if I let you down." That moment changed the entire energy in the stadium. Reactions backstage sources say WWE officials were caught off guard by the negative crowd response. One insider told Twinsider, "Greater than no one expected CM Punk to get booed, especially not in Saudi. There was definitely some scrambling in the production truck, but many were impressed by how Punk handled the situation. A few even compared it to classic John Cena or Roman Reigns moments when a superstar faces hostility and stands tall without breaking character." One WWE staff member reportedly said, "It was real. It wasn't scripted, it was Punk being vulnerable, and honestly, that's what people want from him." What fans are saying online is expected. The internet blew up on X, formerly Twitter. Hashtags like #CM Punk, #Saudi WWE, and #Night of Champions trended worldwide. Reactions were mixed, with some fans defending Punk and others saying the boos were deserved. One user posted, "Greater than CM Punk just apologized to Saudi fans on air. Never thought I'd see the day." Growth. Another wrote, "That crowd told the truth. Punk hasn't been the same since 2011, let it go, man." And one comment summed it up best, "Greater than we love you, Punk. But maybe it's time to stop acting like the misunderstood hero. Fans are over it." Will this hurt his WWE run? This isn't the first time Punk has been booed, but it might be the most significant since his WWE return. The question now is, what does this mean for his career? Some insiders believe this moment could be the start of a character shift. If WWE leans into the crowd's reaction, we could see Punk slowly turn heel. Maybe even feud with a fan favorite like Cody Rhodes or Sami Zayn. That would make for incredible storytelling. Others think Punk may take a break after this. He's hinted at being tired and mentally drained in recent interviews. If he feels like the fans are turning on him, he might step away once again. Still, there's also the possibility this whole moment reignites his passion. Punk has always thrived in chaos, and now he has something to prove all over again. The bigger picture, WWE's Saudi relationship is also highlights how complex WWE's global expansion has become. Saudi Arabia used to be a guaranteed hot crowd, cheering every star, celebrating every moment. But fans there are evolving. They're not just clapping for legends. They're watching the product closely, forming real opinions. And they're not afraid to voice disapproval. In a way, this is proof that international fans are becoming just as passionate and vocal as the American base. That's good for WWE, but also risky. Superstars can't coast on name value anymore. They have to earn the respect every night. CM Punk learned that the hard way. What's next for CM Punk? At this point, all eyes are on Raw. Will Punk address the booing incident live on TV? Will WWE pretend it didn't happen? Or will we get an explosive promo that flips the narrative? There's already buzz about a potential CM Punk redemption tour storyline, where he travels to different countries trying to win back fans one city at a time. If WWE goes that route, this Saudi moment could become a major turning